5 seconds to go. Start. This appeal is directed against the judgment dated 18th January 2011 passed by the High Court of Punjab and Haryana, Chandigarh of 2002. By the said judgment, the High Court has dismissed the appeal filed by the appellants herein and upheld the conviction of the appellants ordered by the learned Sessions Judge Amritsar in Sessions case number 74 of 1999 registered for the offence under section 304B of Indian Penal Code IPC for short. The sentence of rigorous imprisonment for 8 years imposed on both the appellants by the learned Sessions Judge was, however, modified. In that regard, the period of imprisonment to be undergone by the appellant number 2, Raj Rani, alone was reduced to 7 years. The appellants, thus, being aggrieved by their conviction and sentence, are before this court in this appeal. We have here Mr. Himanshu Gupta, Learned Counsel for the appellants, Miss Jaspreet Gogia, Learned Counsel for the respondent, and perused the appeal papers. The undisputed facts are that the appellant number 1 and the deceased Manju, that is, the eldest daughter of Gurnam Singh, were married in the year 1997. The incident in question leading to the death of Manju had occurred on 2nd March 1999, that is, in a short span of about 2 years from the date of marriage. The death of Manju, the wife of the appellant number 1, was an unnatural death. The cause of death, as spoken to by the expert witnesses, was due to consumption of insecticide. Therefore, ex facie, it is noticed that the circumstances provided under section 304B IPC, to the extent the death of the women being caused otherwise than under normal circumstances, and such death having occurred within 7 years of her marriage, would stand established. In that background, since the appellants were charged of having committed the offence under section 304B IPC, the factual aspects which were required to be established by the prosecution in the course of trial is about the deceased being subjected to cruelty or harassment by her husband or any of his relatives, and that such cruelty or harassment was for or in connection with demand for dowry. In the instant facts, to establish this aspect of the matter, the father of the deceased Gurnam Singh was examined as PW1, and the mother of the deceased Charanjit Kaur was examined as PW8, while another witness Bidhi Chand was examined as PW7. From the evidence of the said witnesses, the trial court as well as the High Court has noted that the demand for a television set and rupees 10,000 was being put forth ever since the marriage of the deceased with the appellant number 1. The evidence tendered by the said witnesses has stood the test of cross examination. Stop.